tries again, gets inside, and banks it in. And the Heat with their first is that jump shot. Quickly down the other way. LeBron James on the pull-up, the flick of the wrist. James.
Well, good advance pass by Chalmers into James's rhythm jumper, but I would have rather seen James
rotation second half. Shot clock winding down. James the jump shot. He's in double figures already. 29% from the field. The Heat, 57%.
When there's a front of the low post, there has to be someone flash into the high post so you can go high-low. You don't want to catch the ball at the three-point line and throw these lob passes. Well, 4 charges taken, 2 by James, 2 by Battier, by rotating early with strength.
Basketball.
It still is, but it's just being...
James fouled again, and he backs it in! LeBron James nails a three-pointer, and a chance for a 4-point play. As the Heat have opened this one up here in the second period.
Think about the strength that this takes.
Oh, it's a 2, not a 3, but still an unbelievable shot.
Create a shot for somebody else.
James against J.R. Smith. One dribble, pull up, puts it in. 21-point lead, and LeBron James has 21 points. James to finish, and a foul. What an eruption here in the second quarter.
This is a bad man right here. Driving left, slides by Jeffries, and in between J.R. Smith, finishes.
Wall basketball. LeBron James and the Heat on a, get this, 24-2 run to end the first half. The Knicks in trouble, playing some crazy, weird basketball. What are they going to do to stop LeBron?
In that first half, and the non-flagrant flagrant one was called, and then he got a nice three-point play opportunity by drawing Smith into the air, and then the little step back to his left, and then the sliding by Jared Jeffries.
Third. James on the pull-up. That shot falling, he's unstoppable. 7 of 8 from the field to lead 25.
We're all about taking these type of, difficult calls. You got to be able to just play through it as James attacks.
A quick, explosive move.
Well, when you relocate off that post-up, it makes it difficult for Carmelo Anthony to get the right angle to close out, and then Shumpert. Haslam's there for the follow, and then on the loose ball, the play before, left-hand scoop pass to Miller for the 3. From the second quarter on, it's been all...
Battier gets the rebound. James the drive, the adjustment, the bounce shot. 20.
Well, the ball swings to him. Anthony closes hard, puts it down on the floor. And again, when Tyson's
third quarter, James against Anthony. Puts up a 3. Bang! LeBron James from downtown. 81-47. He's got 32 through 3 quarters. What a performance in game 1 for James and the Heat. 32 points in 32 minutes, and the defense spectacular. The Heat forcing 24 Knicks turnovers. The Knicks, which is 47.
And the Miami Heat, a dominant performance, started with defense, forcing 27 turnovers so far for 38 points, and then James has been terrific offensively. 10 of 14 from the floor, 11 of 14 from the free throw line. He has it rolling.
has scored the last 11. James with that head of steam to fadeaway. And picked up by LeBron. That is a foul. This gives Miami, Reggie, their biggest lead early in this contest.
Strength, vision, the ability
to... Is 8. Knicks have led by as many as 4. Here is LeBron. LeBron James to a 4 with 5.
Dwayne Wade has been posting up.
Look at that. Oh, my gosh.
LeBron James and Mario Chalmers, just a simple little wink of the eye, and that's exactly how LeBron James just curls out of there. Just throw it to the sky and let him finish.
Rebound by Wade. He'll come the other way. Wade, LeBron! Wade came out the other day and said he is better than me. He is our leader. I don't mind taking a secondary role. That time they worked hand and glove.
Talking about in transition, you mentioned it. Dwayne Wade throwing it to probably the MVP this year.
The MVP plays his defense as well as his offense.
Absolutely.
Charging here, LeBron James.
What did Eric supposed to tell us? For us to be successful this year, LeBron James, his ability to play all 5 positions, not only does he have to be the most valuable player on our team, but also the defensive player of the year.
It has the ball away, triggers it out to James. Here's transition for Miami, LeBron. Who in their right mind would get in the way of that guy when he has a full head of steam down the lane?
When you turn the ball over or a block shot, which is like a turnover, and you get the ball into the hands of LeBron James at 250, his strength and ability to take contact. LeBron is not the scorer as he comes over to steal like Carmelo is.
Back the other way is James. But he is a runaway freight train.
But when it talks about strength, he's the much stronger player of the two. And it's his versatility, it's his size, it's his ability to take the contact. Once he gets into that paint area, 1, 2 blue jerseys around him, it's that ability to put the ball in the basket, which has allowed Miami to go up by 11.
Mike Miller, Battier, Chalmers. Oh! And LeBron!
Kevin, how many times have we seen 2 or 3 Knicks players in the contact and his ability to finish? And that's your center, 7'1" Tyson Chandler going into you.
Chandler picks up his second personal foul. I don't know what is on. Those shots. Kicks out nicely to Landry Fields. Lost the ball. Nice defense. A turnover. The other way. Way to LeBron. Boy, the comfort level.
To LeBron James. Here's the turnover by Fields. And what did we talk about? The Miami Heat is the best team in the league going from defense to offense because of their 2 finishers. Dwayne Wade easily had a dunk right here, but he understood. LeBron James trailing. Look at the finish there. Beautiful. Number 4th in scoring.
LeBron James. Now Miami in the second quarter, 4 of 11. From James, 2 of 8. The throwaway, the deflection. Bosh, the look away. James for 2 and the Chandler foul.
Basketball here. And I don't know where Chandler was throwing the basketball. A good decision here by Bosh.
Eventually, I can't afford to take Melo out. LeBron's coming back. We just got to keep grinding, man.
All right, Mike, thanks.
And James slides in, puts up the runner, and puts up and off his miss. Gets another offensive rebound. He's got 5 off the bench to begin the fourth. Homers, and they got James playing the point, basically. Bringing the ball up. He'll put up a 3.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
it. That is it. The fuse has been lit.
Something to be said when you have fresh legs coming in the start of the fourth period, and LeBron James is trying to put a stamp on this game. Second and third, multiple efforts here for that, and then the 3 at the end that just rattles in. 8 quick points.
Anthony defending James. LeBron. James has 25, and he'll go to the stripe, and Anthony reaching in. He'll pick up his 3rd personal foul for the New York Knicks.
Here's the difference between fresh legs and a guy that's been on the floor pretty much the whole evening. And just
into Peterborough, got here not too much before tip-off, started and has helped this team. LeBron James. James has put in 30 points. You know, the late arrival on the scene by Baron Davis. I mean, one thing after another, as Carmelo said, and LeBron puts in another. He now has...
He has really struggled. 34%. Comes down the other end to James, and James lays it in. 6 straight points by the Heat. And they're quickly up by 5. Beautiful % shooting. And easy bucket for James as Mike Miller will.
People say that fueled him. Well, what happened? Didn't fuel him the first 3 quarters. I mean, it just, everybody writes the story after the story as he makes a jump shot. The guy has had bad stretches before and come out and play.
And as the first quarter comes to an end, the Knicks lead the Heat by 2. This presentation of the NBA playoffs coming up on 2 minutes gone by here in the second. Still even. James the drive. So difficult to defend.
By James, but this is just poor defense by the Knicks. Jared Jeffries got absolutely no help. J.R. Smith didn't move off the corner. That's when you know you have a true fan.
James left wide open, rattles that one in. He's in double for drive, gets inside, misses. Anthony's tip won't go. And here comes Chalmers to Wade. James cutting to the basket, lays it in. Good look from Dwayne Wade.
James only 6 for 14, but when he had Baron Davis on him, he got to his sweet spot there for the pull-up off the pick and roll, and then a little UCLA cut for the mid-range jump shot. And here when he's at the elbow, you look at Josh Harrelson, he's staring at Mike Miller. His job is to help on the penetration. He recognized...
James, a 3-pointer. It's good. LeBron James answers back. Victory today, but still plenty of time remaining. James is open. James for 3. Knocks it down. LeBron James answers back to tie the game.
A miscommunication on the switch. That
James spins, gets inside, pokes it in, and the foul! LeBron James with a chance for 3-point
finish with the left hand running hook.
LeBron James almost had it poked away by Anthony, and then Chandler fouls out. Novak will come in.
And Mike, this is sometimes the most overlooked part of rebounding, the free throw rebound.
Who's ventured around the NBA and finds himself in New York. He was the 3rd and sometimes the 4th string point guard on this team. But because of injury, he finds himself starting, and Chris Bosh hits one from outside for Miami. His second. Go over the same video you've watched, the same plays. I mean, how do you keep it fresh in a player's mind?
Well, you do go over a lot of video, but again, you're seeing the same to the starting lineup because of injuries or on Amari Stoudemire's part, stupidity. It could be tough on a team, but Mike Woodson has done a fabulous job of keeping this team glued and engaged.
Haslam hits a nice mid-range shot after Mike Bibby.
But in years past, I think a lot of times he let the defense off the hook by settling for threes. He didn't do it this year.
It's Chandler inside. What a rejection by James. Shots. And Bibby's got 8 to lead the New York Knicks. Here is Miller the other way.
Welcome back to Miami. There's a reason why LeBron James is in line to pick up his third MVP trophy. Not only his scoring, but his ability to find his teammates when they go to that bigger lineup and put him at that point forward position. All you got to do is run the floor.
Well, Anthony, offensive rebound. That's the second for Miami. Another three for Miller.
Got to look to be aggressive to see if you can pick up that third foul on Melo.
Chalmers into Douglas. Rebound by LeBron. That is the fifth second quarter offensive rebound by Miami tonight. A lot of Battier in his face. By J.R. Smith. LeBron.
Woo! Right now, the Heat at the defensive end, and you don't pick up your third foul.
James. And he locates Chalmers for three. LeBron James, Reggie, has 6 assists.
13 or 14-point advantage for Miami. If you're listening, you're happy about this.
LeBron James inside. LeBron.
Or on the floor.
And Chalmers inside. A lot of size, and he saves the ball. Shot clock is at 6. Did not hit the rim. Wade. LeBron James.
They're up 11, and what is it going to take to win that fourth game in a playoff series?
Carmelo now at 19, and LeBron James with 18 points as he sneaks inside and pulls the trigger.
Amari missing one game. So both coaches and teams have had to make adjustments on the fly.
Carmelo Anthony picked up a technical foul during that little span there, and so now they have Fields watching James. Anthony was on Jeremy Lin there on the sideline, and no one expected Lin's sanity. They were getting ready to cut him before they gave him a chance to start. It's LeBron James. 9. Bosch, 19. Quick blitz on Wade. Shot clock at 1. Battier for 3.
Commissioner handed the hardware to James a moment ago.
Your third MVP. Magic, Larry, Moses, and now LeBron. Congratulations, LeBron James, the 2011-2012 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player.
Just like I told my teammates yesterday, this is not just my award, this is their award, and this is also you guys' award also.
With garnered defensive first, second team over the years. There's Wade, there's James, and the first takeoff of this series.
Now, well, you can't go to sleep here.
Heat.
Just keep an eye right here on the fast break. We know that LeBron James gets out on the break as well as Wade, and they're constantly looking down the floor. So everyone was looking, who's my man? Well, whenever the shot went up, the guards have got to be back.
Takeaway by James. LeBron sees Dwayne. James the follow.
Never assume, and that's what the blue shirts did. Now keep an eye on this movement. Now, there's your lob. Now watch when the shot goes up. He misses the shot, but a little push-off by LeBron James. That will always negate a player.
Coach bench needs to get in there now. David West just picked up his second foul. James circles in and scores inside. Against Hibbert. They let LeBron go right to the basket. Beautiful reverse finish.
Now, that was an incredible eye on LeBron. Just watch as he comes now. He's going to have Hibbert looking for the shot block, but come up on the other side. Hibbert cannot go for the block because of the rim. Keep the passing lanes 12 to 15 feet. I don't know what's happened to them in the second half. Bad spacing.
10 turnovers for Indiana, and James hangs in the air, ties the game at 52. Frank in basketball country. Halfway through the quarter, James, MVP.
That's your job. Stay in front of him. He gets the pass for his 5th assist. Now, right here, you can see on the drive, Hibbert could not go for the shot block. Now, once we get down inside here, yeah, you're too late getting to him. He's feeling it. There is another assist.
James on the pitch out. Battier for 3. James got the rebound and the miss. James, and I got an assist there.
All right, now, LeBron James.
Only 3 of 17 shooting threes in this game. James.
Now that was a tough shot. We score every time down the floor. Now this is just, how about this move right there? As I'm going down, I release the...
I'm still not understanding why my name is in there. I'm a historian of the game. Like I said, if I wasn't watching those guys live when I was younger, I was reading about them. If I couldn't read about them, then I would try to catch them on, the classic games. And every last guy on that list, I got an opportunity to watch play in some way, shape, or form. And just to see my name on that list is like, wow, it's breathtaking.
And Turiev, they have 12 points and 8 rebounds in this game.
James in a very comfortable rhythm now. James and Wade have 20.
Comes for that second shot putback.
In a quiet second half for Hibbert in foul trouble. James given space. He's dribbling to open space, and Indiana didn't give him that area. The heel chased down by Chalmers. Here's James. To this timeout.
Now, when that ball rebounds out long, come on, you have to rotate back. This is the most critical time of the game. This is just a strong move, and you know that either Wade or LeBron...
Down block. And Hubie, these guys on the offensive end have scored
points in the second half. And Wade has 16 in the second half.
They have 38 of the Miami 48 points in this half.
Indiana into poor percentage shots.
Wade falls, kept the dribble alive. Clock at 5. Here is James. Check, please. Timeout Pacers. Lead is 9. 25 points in the quarter. All but 2 from LeBron and D-Wade. The Heat is close to going up 1-0 in the series.
Really tall. Not that there's anything wrong with the piano or golf or tennis. LeBron James. So the Pacers now lead at 9.
You're going to push the ball up the court. Your bigs have to run with them. There's going to be some shots in transition in trail.
Well, LeBron showing us his version of the teardrop.
He shows on its speed and its pick and roll coverage, but they forgot about it on that last possession. Meanwhile, LeBron doing what he does. Little flow.
Here comes James. Beautiful return pass from Wade. Volleyball return by Dwayne Wade.
So when the ball goes into Hibbert, and when it does slow down, that's a good thing, because otherwise they're doing this. They're playing against a fast Miami team and chasing them. Look at that touch pass from Wade.
James again with the runner.
I think he's been working on that, Mark. We didn't see a whole lot of that.
Shot clock to 5. Anthony setting the pick. James. He had missed his previous 4 shots.
Again, everything in the Miami offense slowing down.
James off a spin. It counts, and the foul. Chalmers with the runner. Kept alive by James this time.
Played the entire second half and just dominated at 16 points in the fourth, and there's 2 more to start this quarter.
James gets inside. And James and Granger have words. The official Ed Malloy gets between them.
Did not know that. Meanwhile, here's the play. Granger gets on the wrong side of LeBron. He anticipated that LeBron was going to run to the high post to catch the ball, loses position, and then you see what happens. It's pretty much just 2 guys playing hard, getting tangled up here. But he tried to block the shot here, and James took offense to that elbow. Granger thinking maybe they were just tangled up. The old double tech.
Take it back home at 1 apiece. James on a 1 bounce for Anthony, who gets inside. James on the follow.
Nice action from Mike. Well, it's getting physical. It is heating up here. Indiana trying to tie up this series. LeBron and Dwayne Wade in the fourth quarter, taking over 49 to start the quarter. And these 2 guys have...
By Wade, always among the top 10 in steals. LeBron, little floater. He's hit one of those in each of the games in the series. To the foul, got nothing. Here goes LeBron. The freight train down the lane for 2.
Remember we said, if you're going to shoot the big George L and up the floor. Now down here, LeBron is going to take it. He or Wade, once they get it foul line.
Now there's been a lot of talk about your future, but really no clear-cut answer on your future. How long do you see yourself in this role?
I really don't.
LeBron takes it, hangs in the lane. That's 8 straight field goals for the Heat.
Now I just want to say one thing about Hibbert.
Cole, as deeper in the rotation go the Heat after the Bosch injury, and James continues this great run for the Heat. So Miami
open Indiana out of their set group right here. Here's LeBron with the floater. He's not getting down inside. Now watch the key pass. Drop it off. Set up Anthony. He's
from the field. 3 with the series all even at 1. It's the Heat by 9. Rebound by Haslam. Good job by Haslam to get inside. LeBron followed it up. He never stopped moving after he took that shot.
Now see right much about preparation, hard work, and learning to be a professional from those 3 guys.
LeBron went right around 2 defenders to throw it down and tie the game.
George didn't have a chance. Just watch as he switches over with the left hand. We all know that LeBron explodes on this play right here. He splits everything and attacks. He shoots over 80%, and he's a terrific three-point shooter.
James stops at 12-1. Pacer run now on Hill as their arms got locked. The clock's at 10. Here comes James. There's LeBron's second field goal.
Able to do that. Only 5 attempts in this game.
LeBron knocks down back-to-back shots here. Miami needs something to ignite them. James coming to the basket, and there they go.
6 a game in this series. Now this is LeBron just taking it strong. Hibbert is not going to take.
LeBron the rebound for the Heat. Battier desperately needs to make one.
There you go.
Of its 11 shots here in the first quarter. Fans didn't like the call on Hansbrough. Candidly, could have gone either way. Chalmers.
He's shooting over 50% in this series.
LeBron isoed on Granger. Pitch to Chalmers, who's free.
Indiana has made that adjustment now, and you notice they're not getting the floater so easily.
Norris Cole, Mike Miller come into the game. Wade remains on the bench. Running the offense through James. Beautiful finger roll by LeBron.
Well, you can't get out in the open floor, Mike, unless you get block shots, deflections, and then also you hold the team to 1 shot.
James on a step back. So many have said LeBron needs to have a Cleveland-type LeBron.
Keep an eye on LeBron here now. He's going to attack. You can see the push-off, and then by avoiding.
Is it the knee? Is it confidence? Well, we don't know what it is, but it's not the guy we've come used to. James with a block as Amundsen went to the basket. And LeBron freight train down the lane and coming to the free throw line.
Well, you know, they're trying to do that. It's the 3rd time, Mike. 3rd time in a row to get him open.
Haslam with the putback, and Udonis Haslam, who's really been struggling. Take away by Wade. Lead for James at the basket.
This is a small second unit for the Indiana Pacers. No shot blocking. Great anticipation, and then LeBron James has been at that rim.
In Indianapolis. Joel Anthony. If you haven't been with us through the series, what a great luxury. He started 56 games this year. Nice attack of the rim by James.
But he was still shooting in 36% from the field. He was getting a lot of shots.
LeBron able to rattle it in. He just got one of the league's best defensive players, James, in his way. And a floater over Hibbert. And LeBron's done that at least 1 time in every game of this series. Wade cutting to the basket, so he's got a 3 and a dunk and a couple of field goals for the grab by Chalmers.
Keep an eye on his baseline pass. That was beautiful. It was right through there, no chance for Hansbrough, and then Wade was already in the air by the time Hansbrough got to the rim.
Good attack by James. Hibbert waiting, and 1 for LeBron. And the chance of the 3-point play, and there's the complete MVP package of speed and power.
That was beautiful. I mean, just watch the hit here. He's going to take this hit, and he still can control the shot where he can bank the ball off the glass.
James, a floater. 2 of those in this game.
Because he had a difficult time in games 1 and 2 where he's 1 for 10 and 3.
LeBron, a beautiful pass to Wade.
Well, you like what Wade, 2 points in the first 22 minutes, 12 in the last 7.
And the tomahawk jam by James. It's a 2-point game.
Happen every single time. Now this is just a strong move. Give it up. They cannot settle for the mid-range game or three-point shooting.
Wade fell down as he got the pass. Fans wanted to travel. It is Wade, a 3 and the lead. Wade, pitch to Haslam. On the attack, James. What a pass for Wade!
Now keep an eye on LeBron going left. Now just watch this. Off the bounce.
Wow.
Boom. Right there, right on the spot. They had a 2-on-1 down in low. He made the right choice.
A lot of contact inside. Rebound for Miami. James attacking Barbosa. Bang! And a bucket for LeBron. 37 in a row.
Now that's just sheer upper body strength and then acrobatic ability to take the contact, and just watch how he controls the ball and then spins it off the glass. Just beautiful. No way, Barbosa. As soon as LeBron saw Barbosa pick him up, he just changed direction and attacked the rim.
George fronting LeBron. Pass over the top to James. Clock at 3. James finding Joel Anthony. James on the putback.
Oh, boy.
Barbosa with James back. Goes at him. James with a block.
Once again, runs his man down and gets this block right there. All right, off the glass. Especially bad three-pointers.
Trapping James. Keeps the dribble alive. It's Haslam for a big one.
There you go.
Only 5 points in game 3. Battier. Down at the baseline, it goes to Chalmers. This is on the short pop. James gets it out. Battier with a long three-pointer. LeBron is on it. 2-on-1 with Wade. Goes all the way.
Well, this is the problem when you play Miami. Turnovers or long rebounds turn into a nightmare for your defense. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade coming right at George Hill. Nothing he can do.
And on that subject, Joel Anthony able to keep it alive on that offensive board. Beautiful feed from LeBron James.
Look how athletic this is, just the explosion. And when Hibbert commits, Anthony does the right thing. That's so important for the big on that baseline to make himself available for the pass. And Anthony finding the right angle. 15 points, so great sign for Eric Spoelstra.
LeBron goes to the driving hook.
They had a 7-point lead at the end of one. It felt like it should have been 16 or 20. They just missed a lot of open shots.
Shot clock to 5. James to the step back and hits. Final seconds of the quarter. Here's LeBron for 3, which has not been his forte
for Miami.
To Hill defending on James. James pokes it back out. Another possession. James for 3. That's his second three-pointer. West met by Anthony and Battier. Bad pass, picked off by LeBron. Look out, here comes James. 2-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Hill for 3. James is on it. Here comes James to Wade. Back to James. At the buzzer. That'll count.
Defense is good offense. And the offense has been horrible here the last several minutes. And that's what led to this spurt for Miami, extending out to the 9-point lead. Bad shots, turnovers, long rebounds, and the Heat taking a 9-point edge into halftime position. And in the last 2 minutes, several turnovers, bad shots. This was the last play of the half. Tremendous play from Wade and LeBron, the give and go. That leads to the 9-point lead. Yeah, Granger is huge for this team. All this Battier knocks down another 3 from the corner.
And Cheryl Miller from American Airlines Arena in South Florida. James off the lead pass.
On the weak side, LeBron comes off the pick, and there's just no help at the rim. It gives West the lane to get fouled and to catch the ball.
Hibbert is blocked by Curian. James in the open floor. Beautiful peg to Wade. What a pass.
This is why you have to somehow keep Miami in the half court. They are spectacular when they get out in transition. One of the best passes you'll ever see from LeBron Incredible awareness. That pass picked off. Wade flips it down beautifully. Wade to James. They are running on all cylinders here tonight. I think Dwayne wanted to just return the favor, Barb, because a couple minutes ago it was LeBron with the baseball pass to Wade. This time they reverse it. A lot more confidence now in his second season. Chalmers, who has played well, in there, defend, and try to climb back in. Norris Cole has just checked in. Eric Spoelstra making some moves as LeBron is able to give Miami credit for its stifling defense. Meanwhile, Collison comes up with a steal. He slowed down looking for the foul. In that final month, they won 12 of their last 15. They knock off Orlando in 5 in the first round. Oh, LeBron with a bank. Surveys the floor as he's able to bring it across. And then nice pass to Haslem. Right here, where they spread the floor with shooters. Post up Dirk against a smaller guy after a switch. We saw in game 2. James looking to put a move on Hansbrough. And then shoots over him and hits. Point explosion in game 4. LeBron James setting it up on Tyler Hansbrough. Just under 6 left in the 4th. Anna will have a chance to try to turn it back around in game 6. Well, these are 2 consecutive as Haslem
downs in the playoffs like a lot of young players. Wade throws a wild pass back out to James and gets inside. Quickly,
what they want to happen.
Granger up on James. James drives, gets inside. Tough shot. Of course, a big story here in Indianapolis. Shot clock down to 5. James with the jump shot.
And you know what? Even morning.
Wow. 8-point turnaround after they trailed by 11. Ball deflected, still alive. Cole has it. Cole ahead to Wade. Back for James. And the flush. Crowd wanted to travel.
Well, again, another turnover by the Pacers. Behind the back pass. The bobble.
It's pretty close. Right now it's a 13-2 run. James drives, goes right at Hibbert, goes past him, and makes it look easy. LeBron James now with 11 formers, always raises his level. That was so confusing early as James knocks down the jumper. And that terrible game 3. Shot clock down to 8. James, little jab step, knocks down the jumper. LeBron James now with 15. James, the drive goes right at Hibbert. Tough shot. 17 for LeBron James.
But just a terrific play by James. And here a nice finish going to his...
Now the enemy. James gets inside, banks it in. What a difficult shot for LeBron James. Now Vogel is yelling at Mark Davis. Now watch James after he makes a sensational move. And it says something, not much, but says something.
If you make that good, I mean, look at this running hook shot from like 12 feet.
Plus 8 rebounds.
And they took Hibbert out to get better defense. They missed a switch there. They trapped it.
Now drives hard, puts up the shot, and gets it to go. It's back to 10. And a time-to-back key buckets from James. Pacers had cut it to 6. He hits 2 in a row, and it's back to 10 with a minute and a half to play. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. Shot clock winding down. James waiting, puts it up, puts it in. And the largest lead of the night. Miami have met in the postseason. Last year's second round is James to the basket. The Heat won in 5 games last year. Played with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They had that great game 7 duel. Bad pass from Rondo. And James with one of the easiest shots he's had. Overs against any team, but especially this team. And LeBron James with 5 points. Dwayne Wade with 4. The Heat off to a good solid start here in game 1.
Garnett is one of the best
Oh, Chalmers this time. The one to throw it to James. You were saying?
I'm stunned.
Garnett's going to get an early seat on the bench.
Well, taking advantage of Paul Pierce trying to deny the wing entry, James cuts back door. And again,
injuries they've had in their front court during the course of the year. James, tough catch. Backs it in. That wasn't a great pass from Battier. James made it look easy.
Layup. LeBron James on a cut. And then the back door off the half-wing denial. Nice play by Chalmers to James. But these are the ones you're going to have to eliminate.
At 7. Pierce has the strength to deal with LeBron James. Not many players can say that. And not many players can do that. Petrus on James. Petrus is a good defender. James drives, left-handed, puts it in. Pretty shot from LeBron James. What a first quarter he's had.
In the 2-point range. If you're Petrus, you've got to square him up better and give him.
On Paul Pierce is just 1 for 6. The Heat came in winning their last 3 games in the Indiana series. Off to a good start here in game 1.
And I love what the Celtics are doing, setting 2 picks for him. So when you try to go under, as James hits the jump hook, as you go under versus Rondo. Well, 1 lottery selection, Harrison Barnes is in the building tonight, but LeBron James, #1 pick, 2 mini layup. You've got to take that away. If he makes this shot, and you're Paul Pierce, that's well defended, you go the other way. If he makes this shot, that's well defended.
It helps me a lot, but you still got to go out and play. As much as you may know someone or seen someone in the postseason, you still got to go out and execute. So, he hit a couple threes at the end of.
It's complete Miami. Heat by 2.
Major component. First possession of the game, James took it in. Easy layup, and then the back cut after a timeout. Nice little jump hook. So those are the ones you want to try to stop. If you make him take these type of shots, well-contested 2-point jump shots, you have to live with the result.
Learning how to play with star players. James nails the jumper. Heat quickly up by 4.
Well,
Rondo tried to tip it. Wade comes up with it, fires a baseball pass to James. What a pass and an easy layup.
And Mike, it goes back to the question you just asked. Well, how does the best player in basketball get behind the defense that much? I don't know, but great pass by Wade to James. There may not be a quarterback controversy in Miami much longer.
Wade's starting to find some room to operate. Tries again, flips it inside to James for the easy 2. Pretty pass from Dwayne Wade. That's his 6th assist of the game. Get it, Rondo fakes, Rondo drives. Oh, there's the fake, flips it up, blocked by James. And a 24-second violation.
This is terrific offense. Great fake by Rondo. Great recovery and block shot by James.
That's the 8th block of the game.
Listen.
James flips it up and in. 13-point lead.
Well, Pietrus gets beat a little bit to the middle, and that nice touch on a most.
Wayne Wade and LeBron James have been on a tear. James has been spectacular again. He's got 27 points. We head to the 4th quarter again. Recently had drained. James drives down to the basket, puts it in. Gets a tough rebound at one end, finishes at the other. Where the Heat under 5 to play. James drives on Garnett, pull-up shot, banks it in. 31 points for LeBron James.
Was he did the same thing, stepping back off 1 foot off his left foot and going off the board.
Wade with the rejection, their 10th block shot.
Going at Garnett. Opposite foot, little closer in, but just the balance and the touch to be able to gather and you and the touch to kiss it off the board. James, same shot, shorter distance, but he left the ground off the right. They have such limited depth as Turiaf brought Garnett on the drive.
James throws it down.
At least here in the first half, Rondo is having one of those special games. James inside, quick release. There are some nights where he is just so special. In this first half, one of them. James jump shot, that's good. Garnett left open again. Not that time. Bass trying to fight for it. Battier did a good job. James kicks it out. Chalmers for three. It's good. Mario Chalmers once again. 6-point game. James is good at drawing them. Here's reaching in. I don't know if he's being smart there. He really took a chance. James picked up by Garnett. Backdoor to Wade. Oh, he puts it in. What a play from Dwayne Wade on a pretty pass. And that's Wade's first points of the half. James spots up for three. That's good. The three-pointers really been critical for Miami. They're 7 of 15. James will try another three. Same spot, same result. Points for LeBron James. And Celtics overall +9 in the rebounding department after they got crunched in game one. Miami had a 15 rebound edge. Wade inside, gets it to go.
And Garnett, that's leadership, owning up to when you've made a bad play.
Haslam throws it up and banks it in.
Due credit for being able to stay out of foul trouble.
Quick pass to Wade on the break. And lays it in. James is incredible with those kind of passes. It's a one-point game. If the Heat or the Lakers were on this kind of run, it'd be the biggest story in sports. Somehow it's still a little bit under the radar because it's the San Antonio Spurs. Pierce blocked by James. Ahead to Wade. Wade puts it up and a foul. 11 straight points by Miami. And he kept it in bounds, giving Wade the opportunity. Dooling tries to grab his arm. And Wade now with 10 of his 12 points here in this third quarter. Inside James. Won't go. The follow is good. 8-point lead. Rondo lost the handle. James took it away from Pierce. And he wrapped him up. And that might be a clear path foul.
And great play by Paul Pierce.
James fouled from behind by Pierce. And that's 4 on Pierce.
They've got to stay the course for 48 minutes.
And just trickles in.
This is James' first post-up of the game.
And draws the foul as Pierce now has 5 personals. And after every loss again, it started talking about how old they look.
Why do they keep putting me above Magic?
Magic and the Countdown crew. Stanley Cup Finals, Kings and Devils tonight. Battier sitting in the right corner, waiting for a pass as Pierce looking to help out defensively. There he is. Quick shot is up. It's good. 3-pointer from Shane Battier. He had a smile on his face as he was waiting for the pass. And it's tied as we come up on 2 minutes remaining. Under 2 to play. James fouled by Petrus. I don't know what Petrus is thinking there, just putting LeBron James at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's just great trust right there by LeBron James to just move the ball to the weak side. Pretty good closeout by Pierce. Probably a half step short. You want to make Battier drive the ball. And then I agree with you, Mike. Mikal Petrus right there to take that foul. To me, it's just a bad play.
By the way, that free throw from LeBron James' 19th attempt. That's the most by anybody in these 2012 playoffs.
Kobe Bryant had taken 18. James hits a pair. He's got 30. Heat by 2. Allen to Garnett. Short jumper Garnett. Bank shot won't go. Garnett slaps his hands, upset with himself. That was an easy one. Wade the drive to the basket. And a foul.
Fouling and them giving up an easy transition basket. You've got to convert.
And dueling fouls out. There's Wade with a chance for a three-point play after tying the game. Ray Allen trying to inch to help out. Throws it back out. Shot clock down to 6. Wade telling Haslam to get out of the way. He's double teamed. Finds Haslam. Haslam looking for an opening. Can't get it to go. James tips it in with the left hand. We're tied again. He's got 32. Rondo, hesitation, drives, layup, won't go. Haslam the rebound. Rondo slow to get up. He thought he got hit. Wade to James, to Haslam, throws it down. Heat by 2. And Boston calls timeout. 10 assists, 8 rebounds. As James hits that one, puts it back to 5.
And they have exerted so much energy tonight, Boston. Can they regenerate that enthusiasm and energy going into game 3?
Ray Allen catches, fires, and that'll do it. The Heat survive in a thriller and take a 2-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. LeBron James with 34 points. Here's James quickly down the other end, and James banks it in with a foul. And it's obvious Miami in there
on the advance to LeBron James, and that's either got to be a harder foul to prevent the...
James inside the arc, and that's a 2-pointer for LeBron James. James pulls up another 2-pointer. When he has his jump shot going, he is absolutely unstoppable. And Miami
matched up. See, Pierce was all the way back covering for Bass. Bass ran by James to try to get to his own man and left LeBron James wide open. Back to the paint. The advance pass. The three-point play opportunity.
Pass inside, gets it to James. Good aggressive defense, but James patiently waits and gets the layup. LeBron James off to a terrific start. 9 points over. Remember all the Deshaun Stevenson, LeBron James? Back and forth. James drives in, gets fouled, and puts it in. He has come out with a vengeance. And
well, Chalmers with another good pick-and-roll play. Good cut by James. And again, Steamsma is getting split on those pick-and-rolls. And Ray Allen takes a... And see, Steamsma's too far away from the body of the screener. Joel...
Pierce and James have both come out strong. James tries another 3. That's good. LeBron James, 14 points in 9 minutes. He's 6th Celtic fan in the world for that as well. James, pull-up jumper, puts it in. He is red hot. What a start for James. And the Heat go up by 6.
James taking nothing for granted. Comes on the first bus to get his work in, and it is paid off. Knocking in jumper after jumper. 16 points already. Miami up 3 in a high-scoring first quarter.
Start with 16 points, knocking down jumpers, including some three-pointers. But the Celtics bounce back. And it only played 48 minutes so far in the playoffs before tonight's game 3. James posting up Pierce. And that's just impossible to stop.
When it got...
James out to Battier. Battier drives inside. Nice pass from Battier. And LeBron James with 20 first.
Attacks Bass. Pierce helps to play very well offensively, but they have just been struggling. Even that shot right there, that is an incredibly difficult shot.
Well, his crowd from about a half hour before tip
It's so fired up. James draws the foul, puts it in and one. Second time.
After picking up the dribble is such a weapon because almost everyone reacts after the dribble is picked up.
With 9 points and 4 rebounds. James drills it. Right now,
in the low post against Chalmers.
It outscored them 18-10 here in this third period. And James hits yet another. LeBron James now 8 points in the. James fakes the three. Drives the floater. He just hits some tough shots here in the third. He's got buffering during the season at all. These 5 particular players. Nice pass. Chalmers to James. James individually has had a
game 2.
Well, I'm sure he's proud of it, and we'll look back at it someday, but he was legitimately disappointed as James drives in. James now with 34.
And so special.
James the drive, in and out. Garnett and Bass battling for the rebound, actually tipped it in on early for Miami. Garnett getting his usual break. James down the lane, and you see a difference with Garnett already out.
2 things. Again, they were not as James, but look as James starts his attack. That is Rondo's help. He doesn't take it, and with Garnett not on the floor, Steamsman's not there early, and then it's too late.
Steamsman, who came in for Garnett. Rivers, does he break from his normal minutes rotation? Is James down low? Quick layup. That's 9 straight points by Miami, and bring Garnett back. With Dallas with the, alley-oop to James. Perfect pass from Chalmers.
Free throw game have to be eliminated, and from side out of bounds, Marquise Daniels cannot have a loss of concentration or body position.
Some of the greats, obviously, but he's clutch at the line in the postseason. James, quick shot, and he hurt himself a little bit. James to Haslam. Haslam back inside. Nice pass from Udonis Haslam, and James with 12 first quarter points. Meanwhile, Rajon Rondo start. James double team, flips it up and in. Once again, James Adier. James down the lane, hit by Bass, shot good and one. He took a hard shot. Their points, that was the same case in game 3 for a while.
And again, another layup for James, takes a strong hit from Bass and goes to the line to shoot Miami's first free throw.
Garnett fighting for it. Haslam comes out of it. Here's James. Nice crossover and the foul. Pretty play from James. Able to sneak past Pearson, a chance for a 3-point play.
Rondo with the ball has had a chance to put him up 20. Instead, the 3-point play opportunity for LeBron James. What he got credited with was a Bass tip-in, and that got him started. And then it was just an assault on the rim, time and time again, finding his way into the paint for easy buckets. Boston making too many body position mistakes and allowing them to catch it or drive it deep.
Seems a lot. Ray Allen blocked by James. Haslam picks it up. Nice
shooting foul, but we'll talk about that in a second. Good cut by Allen. Great block.
Really getting a much better feel. Knocking down jumpers. James to the basket. 22 for LeBron James.
When Garnett.
As the Heat outscore the Celtics 21-12. We head to the fourth quarter of game 4. Throws it away. Here's James ahead to Cole. Cole goes up. James banks it in. Tie game. The Heat have come back from 18 down to tie it up.
Forming Miami Heat defense leads to an easy one by LeBron James. The cross-court pass, which leads to the transition. The ball does not touch the floor. Great
15 assists for Rondo. Crowd on its feet here in Boston. Wade to James. Open 3. Puts it in. Ties the game with 37.5 seconds remaining. This, Garnett can't believe the call.
Well, again, miscommunication, no rotation, no switch, leaves the MVP wide open. And he hasn't made many jump shots tonight, Mike, but he made the one to tie it.
He had a wide open three in the other corner. Chalmers to James, switches to the left hand, and then tips it in with the right hand. One arm, but it certainly hurt his effectiveness as James banks it in. Feels the contact and still able to trying to get it to Steensma, and a turnover. Chalmers gets it ahead to James. James, nice hesitation. One with power, one with finesse, and it's a 7-point lead. Rondo still on the court with the 2 fouls. Pierce blocked by James as he rejects Pierce into the first row.
You need to continue to pursue. Here, Mike Miller puts his body in front. Battier contests, and then James clears him out. Boston 4 for 17 from the floor. And then the second effort misses the first. Quick second jump for the offensive rebound, and then drawing the second foul on Rondo. The intense defense that leads to the fast break opportunities, but is their effort defensively. Here, good transition defense by the Heat, and LeBron James.
First half, off to a good start. LeBron James with his usual array. These defenses can be so good, hard enough against it without the ball movement. Or with it, I should say. James, all nice, pretty play again on his attack to the basket.
Very good looks.
James this time banks in the jumper. A nice array of buckets for LeBron James. U2 back with the Knicks. Back in the 90s as James hits another. 6 of 8 from the field. That one a 3.
Well, that's excellent defense. And when big...
James against Petrus. Pulls up. Another banker. He's made some shots that he makes it look easy, but they are difficult, and he's now...
You're Petrus in this situation. You have to make him shoot it over the top. When he's going to the basket, that's when all bad things happen for Boston and all good things happen for the Miami Heat. Big time 1-foot stop and bank shot. Go for the help to get there early. He beats the help. He slides by Pierce for the layup. And when you catch it at that distance and Petrus tries to protect against the drive, the jump shot is more makeable here. The bank shot.
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So
games already in this series. Can we see a third? We'll find out. 2-point lead at halftime for LeBron James and the Heat.
9 rebounds, catching it tight to the rim. 1 dribble explosion.
Inside, there he gets James in for the layup, won't go. Rebound tipped by Pierce. James has it, and the foul.
The more active he is with LeBron James against that same zone. Random cut, catches it deep, misses. Second effort. That's what the Heat need to have.
Rondo 12 assists, James on the move. That's what you talked about, even against a zone. Get him on the move, and he's unstoppable like that.
Well, James came off the pin down, attacked Garnett. And when this bulldozer's coming at you, hard to deal with. Maybe got away with a little ward off.
Wade to James, puts up the 3. Bang! Miami by 2. The inbound pass, get it back. James has it. On the drive, James goes to the basket, lays it in. Quick play with 9.4 remaining.
Possession, got it to James in the attack area. Wade out over the top to open up the driving angle. Good play design. Good finish by James, knowing that Garnett wants to avoid the foul. And
welcome to Boston on a sold-out TD Garden. It's Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Celtics and the Miami Heat. Boston with a 3-2 edge and a chance to move on. Wade double-teamed as he has seen all series long. Chalmers spots up, and that's a 3.
And Mario Chalmers has shown throughout his brief career, Jordan James the rebound. The Heat's only shooting 29% from downtown. James blows past Pearson, throws it down, and the Heat quickly with a 4-point lead.
Good drive by James, a missed help right there by Brandon Bass, who's got to shrink the floor and put his body in front of James.
And Ray Allen throws it away. Well, Miami on the attack to start.
Well, good attack in semi-transition, but
Paul Pierce all series long having to guard LeBron James. James with the jump shot is good. Rondo already calling out orders. He's become one of the more vocal guys. You hear him yelling throughout, trying to lob it in there. Ill-advised pass broken up by Miami. Wade trying to get free. Allen is on LeBron James, wants to post him up on the mismatch. Shot clock down to 3. Difficult shot from James, gets it to go. Pierce guarded by James. Trying to get it inside, deflected. Celtics sloppy, they've got 4 turnovers. James on the run, gets inside, count it, and 1. And they're the transition baskets that the Celtics have done such a good job all series stopping. Not going to stop that one.
well, on the turnovers, this is when Miami is great. James with the ball, full head of steam, takes the hit from Steensma.
James for 3, puts it in. LeBron James from downtown. He's got 12 already, and the Heat have scored 10 in a row.
And at the other end, Steensma switches the pick and roll. LeBron James rises and knocks it in.
Heat by 8. Norris Cole is in for the first time, as is Keon Dooling for Boston. Petrus on James. James spins, trying to draw some contact. Boy, what a great start for LeBron James. 6 of 7 from the field.
And he's in the paint. In the post.
Pierce to Garnett, nearly stolen by Cole with some turnovers. With the first quarter story, LeBron James coming out early. After 1 here in Game 6, Miami by 10.
All right, let's go.
Pick up the fight. That's what Paul Pierce described this series, the good old-fashioned bar fight, as James hits it again.
And Mike, they went to the zone, and LeBron James did exactly what he should.
Doc Rivers doesn't want him to hesitate then. James, meanwhile, he is knocking down everything. He's 8 for 9 from the field, 18 points, and we still have just under 9 to play in the second.
And remember, last game he started 7 for 9.
Garnett gets inside, blocked by Bosch. And Haslam with the rebound.
And just having more size on the floor with 2 big guys gives them...
Double-figure game. James tries again and puts it in again. 9 for 10 from the field. Right now, unstoppable. And some of these are tough, tough shots. James again. He right now is at a special zone here in the first half.
Was a lopsided trade. Boston got a guy who can shoot, but also is very...
As Pierce picks up his 3rd, Jeff.
And that's a tough foul. But what Bass has brought is a spirit.
James without the headband draws another foul. As Rondo picks up his first. Unlimited performance here in the second quarter.
And you look at LeBron James. When you're making and taking these tough shots, people are naturally going to start to lose some discipline and react on shot fakes. These are difficult shots. So when James has Rondo posted and he turns and he looks like he's going to shoot it.
And chanting defense. LeBron James hasn't seen that yet. Petrus, good defense there though. Double team. Chalmers puts up a 3 and nails it. And that shows you, that particular play shows you how strong LeBron James is. Bosch down low against Ray Allen. Turns, little jump hook, won't go. James comes flying in and throws it down. He's got 27 first half points.
Petrus forgets to block out, just watching the ball. James takes advantage, gets the running start.
And a 20-second timeout as James just throws it down. Look how high above the rim he is.
he's got the advantage.
Celtics, meanwhile, 9 turnovers. Rondo's tried to make some extra special passes as James hits another 30-point first half.
Low turnovers. They were able to keep the pace where they wanted. The attack and semi-transition there, the shot fake, the little bump and fade, and then the fade against Pietrus, the offensive rebound. And this one, the step back going right, is very difficult to balance up on. Really a historic first half for LeBron James.
Control so far. Falling away, gets that to go off the glass. The largest lead of the night, Miami by 17. Pass inside, deflected. Rondo trying to poke it away, and James floats it up and in. 34 now for LeBron James.
Does a good job of protecting it as Rondo reaches and then releasing it with that little floater push shot.
And he couldn't hold on. James down the other way, kicks it out. Chalmers right corner. That's a 3. And what a big turnaround. James jab steps on Pietrus. Now the jump shot. That's been going in all night long. He's got 36 points, 15 of 20 from the field. Crowd back into it again.
And I'm not a fan of how they're playing right now offensively.
James for 3, does it again. 39 points, and Miami back up by 13. What a performance so far for LeBron James. 39 points in 34 minutes. He has yet to sit. James turnaround jumper, drills it. 41 points, and the lead back to 13.
Good simple play. Got the switch they wanted, the matchup they wanted with Rondo on James, took advantage. Good rhythm turnaround jumper by James. No contest.
So far, it has been a masterpiece from LeBron James. 41 points. The Miami Heat facing elimination on the road. They've been up by double figures most of the night as we head to the fourth quarter of Game 6. Wade on the pull-up, kicks his legs and knocks it in. He's got 11, and the lead back to 15.
Well, a little 2-2-1, back to their zone.
James again, 43 points. He is knocking down jump shot after jump shot, mixing it in with some dunks, some alley-oops, some spin moves, some fall-aways. James drives inside to Wade. Another nice pass. Wade with the finish. Timeout, Boston. And this has been one impressive, dominant performance. James flips it up left-handed, banks it in. He's got 45. A 25-point lead. And you wonder how much longer Doc Rivers will play.
And by James, and a very good pass by Wade.
One of the great clutch playoff performances while facing elimination. LeBron James, right from the opening tip, just took it to the Boston Celtics with a masterpiece tonight here at the TD Garden.
30 in the first half. These are all second half. The 1-foot step back, and then the little floater as he posts up Rondo at the elbow, and then the 17-foot catch, that jab step jump shot game. And then his post game, he was going to work down low.
As the Heat force a Game 7. The Eastern Conference Finals all tied at 3 games apiece.
LeBron, no player has to play under the kind of scrutiny and pressure that you do. How do you stand and deliver the kind of performance you did tonight?
I just wanted to try to lead my team the best way I could. Whatever I needed to do out on the floor, I tried to be there for them tonight. And, I'm glad we was able to get this win and now, force a Game 7.
What is it like knowing that regardless of what happens with the team, the failure rests on your shoulders?
Well, I just go out and just do what I've been taught, and that's to play at a high level and have fun with it. And at the end of the day, I won't regret anything. If I know I played hard and I gave it my all, I won't regret anything, no matter the outcome. And, that's where I've been this whole season.
You exercise some demons in this building, but this is a proud Celtic team. What will it take to beat them in the 7th game?
Well, I mean, it's a championship caliber team, and we're not going to celebrate about this win. We had to win this game. We wanted to win this game. It's a good win for us, but the series is a one-game series now, and it's in our building, so we look forward to the challenge.
Congratulations. It was our pleasure tonight. Mike.
All right, Doris. He said he knew how much pain the Celtic team has given him over the years. He inflicted some pain tonight here in Boston and has forced a Game 7.
Welcome to Miami and Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. It's been a riveting series. Not always pretty, sometimes contentious. Perhaps fitting, it goes down to a final game for the right to move on to the NBA Finals. Haslam the rebound off the Pierce miss, and Garnett the foul. And I see you shaking your head. You don't particularly like that foul by Garnett, even though it stopped an easy 2. After one of the all-time clutch performances, only Wilt Chamberlain had at least 45, 15, and 5, and James did it. And after the game, he downplayed his heroics, spoke more of, hey, it was the team's best game. And then yesterday said, Game 6 is over. That's not going to help us in Game 7. He's had the right mindset, certainly, and said the right things after just a special night. Nice pass inside. And James with his first field goal. Rondo on Wade. Now at the point, James gets inside, blocked by Steensma, but a foul on the way up as Ray Allen picks up the foul. That's his first. Rondo misses the jumper. And LeBron James once again just drives hard to the basket, gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Big weight disadvantage for Rajon Rondo. Bad pass. Stolen by Ray Allen, his 3rd steal. Rondo sidestep, blocked by James. And he's down. After releasing the ball, the collision, Rondo shaken up, dueling on James. James drives, the floater inside. 10 points for LeBron James, 3-point game. Shot clock down to 5. Ray Allen with Bosh on him. Fires away, short. Rebound, Petrus goes over Chalmers to get it, stolen by James. Here comes James, lobs to Wade. Back to James. What a play from Wade to James. And the lead is cut to 5. Allen fumbled the pass. Now throws it away. Chalmers telling James to go. He does. Lays it in with the left hand. Chalmers and James have been annoyed with each other a little bit here in the 3rd quarter. Ryan Hollins back in. Again, Hollins, who has seen limited duty, played important minutes in the first half. Here he is out there in the 3rd as Garnett sitting. James drives on him. Hop step. Keeps his pivot foot off. Pretty play from LeBron James. Petrus on the drive, sidestep, back out top, Garnett for 2. And Bosh with a rebound. Bosh, 14 points, 5 boards. James on the drive, to the rim, foul, counter, and 1. Unstoppable when he gets ahead of steam like that.
And they got fortunate that the foul went on Petrus versus on Pierce, which would have been his 5th, but they've got to get where LeBron James in that semi-transition.
Remember, he had 24 free throws in Game 2. Miami by 2. James the rebound. His 10th rebound to go with 20 points. Drives to the lane! LeBron James throws it down. Miami back up by 1.
Again, semi-transition. They've got to get their defense set so that he can't see these seams. And you have to live with a made 3 by Miami. I can tell you one shot that will go in. James
on the drive. Bosh hits a 3. Chris Bosh again. Bosh with his 3rd 3-pointer of the game. James looking. Drives, bank shot, it's good. The Heat on a roll. They lead by 6. This time shuts him off. Shot clock down to 5. James fires a 3. Bang! LeBron James from well beyond the arc. And the Heat lead by 7. And the Heat lead by 7. James to Bosh. Bosh flips it up and in. What an imprint he's had. Chris Bosh, 19 points, 8 of 10 from the field. Petrus bellies up on James. James goes to the rim again. And a hard foul. He'll go back to the line. A chance to increase the lead as Miami on the verge of advancing to the finals. This is the first one. This is the last time out. He has played the entire game. He would have played the entire game in Game 6 if it wasn't a blowout. It's 1 of 2. His numbers in this series and throughout the postseason, just extraordinary. LeBron James and the Heat's dreams of a championship still very much alive as they overcome a 3-2 deficit to win the Eastern Conference Finals in 7 games. The Miami Heat are going back to the NBA Finals.
You've got to be able to locate the best player and best scorer on your opponent as James knocks it in. For Durant to be able to walk.
Harden now on LeBron James. James drives past him, and an easy layup there for LeBron James. He's got 6. Turnover stolen by James, and throws it down. Durant already with 1 foul. Looked like he was ready to stop the play.
And gets the chance for the three-point play, and James, excellent anticipation for the steal, and the King has arrived at the finals.
And the King just picked up his first foul.
They're really committing to James Harden on the pick and roll to try to take away his split game as James in transition gets all the way to the rim.
The Thunder have picked up their defense a bit. James, though, is open, banks it in. A 2-pointer. And LeBron James with 14, the big 3. And after 2 quarters, it's 54-47 Miami.
14 points, and he was really taking it to the basket strong. He beats Harden here with a nice scoop. Then he's going to come. He had 4 steals in the first half as well. Nice dunk off of that steal. And then Kevin Durant, I'm sorry, I'm the best player in America.
Keeps his dribble nicely. Shot clock winding down, and James rattles in a 3. His first 3-pointer, but the 7th for Miami. There's James trying to quiet the crowd. Oh, throws it in with the left hand.
The ball when they run their offense through Perkins.
Drives again, and once again off the glass. Back-to-back aggressive move.
Well, great drive by James. Takes the contact. And then in semi-transition, again, late help by the bigs of Oklahoma.
Now they go back. James puts his head down, throws it down, and a foul.
Well, good crossover by James. Picks the ball up and finishes. Good continuation call by Monty McCutcheon. And Miami extends their lead to 5.
James drives. Fires it up. Banks it in. What a tough shot and the foul.
Good individual defense by Cephalosha. Good help by Collison. James spun away when he saw the trap along the baseline. Contorted his body.
Wade splits. Back up LeBron James. Drives hard. Count it and 1. Again, a strong move from LeBron James.
Full game. And right here, James got a running start on the closeout.
Have to play our game offensively, but they played their game too easily as LeBron James gets inside and lays it in. And when he meant that, he meant getting the ball in the paint and less jump. James. Durant already has a foul. James puts it up and in. It's 18-2.
Great force offensively.
Just 5 points in game 1. Other players Played big minutes, picked up the slack. James attacks and gets it to go.
But they gave him more room.
Fine job on LeBron James in the fourth quarter. James, though, makes it look easy. Quick move. And LeBron James now with 8 points already.
Well, face up, drives at baseline, and then the strong left-hand reverse layup. Well, it started with the attack, the pick and roll here. Wade, very good pocket bounce pass to James, who goes by Kendrick Perkins. Wade loves the right to left crossover, and then the post move. The spin to the left shoulder, the pump fake, and the jump hook, and then the face up against Cephalosha. The drive by, the left-hand reverse. Terrific for
LeBron James, 8 points in the first quarter. Steal. James drives, powers in, and gets the layup to go. And it's back to 14.
Chalmers knocks it in, and the play before, LeBron James just powers through in transition. Miami on a 7-0 run.
James drives past him, head fake, puts it up, banks it in.
And again, with a shot block.
The NBA Finals at 1 apiece. Halftime in Oak City. 55-43.
Setting the tone right here, just a blow by Perkins. Here he sizes up Durant, says, I'm too big and too strong for you. Jump right over you. Nice. And he bags him in one more time. Jump hook right into the middle. Nice basket. Cephalosha, okay, you can guard me 20 feet from the basket, but can you guard me to
basket? Time and again. Pocket bounce pass by Wade to James for a layup. And then the shot fake to get Ibaka up in the air.
Nobody has 3 fouls in this game. Plenty with 2. James, he made a couple of those in the fourth quarter the other night. That left-handed shot.
They switch Perkins. And now he wants to back up and attack Perkins. Perkins does a pretty good job. But that left hand and left foot.
Whale of a game. James gets inside. Blocked by Cephalosha. James right back up and in. And he's got 18 points. The lead is 13.
To now guard Durant. Good block by Cephalosha. Good recovery by James in the left hand.
Third. Durant on the bench with 4 fouls. James the drive. Gets it to go. He's got 26. To the fourth. James had 12 points in the third period. 26 for the game. This presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC continues after this message and a word from 6 to shoot. James on the drive, on the pull-up, bang shot. Beautiful play from James. He's got 30.
But the shot of the game, 94-91. Shot clock winding down, a little fade banker by LeBron.
8 in his last 9. And this was a huge and difficult shot. 30 points, 10 for 10 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 5 assists.
What is going through your mind?
I'm slowing down. You know, the clock is going really fast out up there, but I try to slow it down in my mind and get a good shot. I had a couple turnovers in the fourth quarter that I didn't like because I wasn't aggressive enough. So, I was glad I was able to make a good bucket and some free throws.
Wade, difficult shot. Nope. James, the rebound, goes back up. Looked like there was something there, unless it was blocked.
Miami to start the game, attacking the basket, multiple efforts, got his shot blocked.
And right now, Harden is on Wade. James with the jump shot, gets it to go. In game 2, 9 of his 10 field goals were inside. Miller hasn't played the last couple of games. Nice feed inside, and James gets a layup.
Dwayne Wade attacking the offense. Baseline random cut. Great pass by Wade. And the big 3 of Miami have all 16 points.
From my teammate Kevin Durant, who tells me constantly how much he appreciates what I do for this basketball team, as LeBron again gets on the offensive glass and a putback.
LeBron James, excellent play right here.
Yeah, the only one for the Heat on the offensive glass.
James, hot step. And LeBron James with a superb first quarter.
Well, again, See how Durant's getting out of there? He's got to keep his body.
He's got 6 points. First quarter complete. Heat 26, Thunder 20. Blocked. You don't see that often. James the drive. Scoop layup.
By Mike Miller to block the shot. And then again, James in transition. He's just too good. You've got to stop the ball before he gets into the paint. James returns the favor off the high pick in transition. You look at him take off, then jump stop, and then finish. And that's the one I was saying that Kevin Durant.
In and out. Here comes James. Heat looking to push. James drives inside. And a foul. That's going to be 2 on Durant. And a chance for a three-point play for LeBron James.
Spectacular move by James, but an absolute trotting Oklahoma City defense in transition leaves Durant out on an island. Cephalosha, Westbrook, Perkins, all in a truck.
And put ourselves in a position to win late.
LeBron, thanks. Mike.
Another terrific first half for LeBron James. Again, the 16 points. It helped. Wade had 11 2 games. Much better here tonight. LeBron James overpowering at times. Halftime of Game 3.
LeBron and the Miami Heat hanging on to a 1-point lead over Oklahoma City. He's got that game-high 16. The second half of a pivotal Game 3 in Miami is coming up next.
The rim.
Well, LeBron James for a three-point play in transition. Shot. Miami's got to find somebody who can space the floor.
James, hot step, lays it up. Nice soft touch. And LeBron James with his first points of the... Wade kicks it out. James for 3. Puts it in. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. And the Heat back up by 2 as we head to the fourth quarter. And this presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations. James battling for redemption after the disappointing loss in the finals last year. The series tied at 1 game apiece.
Never got in the backcourt.
Harden, meanwhile, loses the ball. James the drive. Count it and 1. Durant his 5th foul. And James puts Miami up.
Well, good decision by Chalmers. Durant a little late. Yeah, again, James with a head of steam is the most difficult cover in the game.
By 5. James puts his head down, drives inside and puts it in off the glass.
But they played the stop. Bosch in semi-transition sets a great screen on Cephalosha. The little twisting layup by James. But it starts with the good screen, playing with a little bit more offensive pace. And down at the other end, West.
One another to get shots, especially in the half court. So when you get stops, you try to get early offense. That always helps, and we was able to do that a little bit tonight.
You absorbed the matchup with Kevin Durant. What are your objectives?
Durant on Chalmers, Cephalosha on James, and Westbrook on Wade.
They isolate James with Cephalosha, gets past him inside. Perkins greets him, misses. James the rebound, back up and in. He's done that a number of times.
React to foul trouble.
Westbrook to the rim. Bosch greeted him. James releases down the other end and banks it in. That's the most physical to start, as you would expect as the series moves on. Bosch cuts to the basket and a nice bounce pass from James. That's a three-pointer call, the rookie. Start to the season, he's played some good minutes in the playoffs. Sometimes seems overwhelmed, but he's not afraid. Sets up for another 3 and knocks it down. Norris Cole, 2 huge three-pointers. Almost got away with a carry there. Drives on Cephalosha. Tries again, gets inside, left-handed.
And go to it. Simple isolation basketball.
Ball knocked away. Lead pass to Wade for the finish.
Well, the attack, well defended. The second attack, The avoidance of Collison with the little left-hand flip. This is very good defense, but better offense. LeBron James with an exquisite basket. But over the course of the game, Oklahoma City has to play fast.
James Jones from downtown.
Most of any game in the finals, and again, James Harden just gets caught.
Brook looking to help a little bit. Back out Chalmers. Chalmers an open look. That's good. James Jones off the dribble. Back up top. LeBron James down the lane. Layup is good. Once again, gets to the rim. Baca now has to sit down. Perkins back in. Bosh gets it inside. Nice spin from Chris Bosh. First half. James goes right at Cephalosha. Banks in another.
Well, James in a 4-on-4 situation. Again, plays off the body of Cephalosha. No help coming.
They got to feel pretty upset about not having this big lead. And you mentioned LeBron James on the other end. This guy is still on the attack mode, so reluctant to take jump shots. Everything still is to the rim. He's in an attack mode. 8 assists in this first half, and I'm going to tell you, 6 of those were for three-point shots. Norris Cole with a couple big ones.
They didn't see him cutting. Chalmers sets, puts it up. That won't go. James rifle passed away. Oh, what a pass from LeBron James. As Bosh drives the lane, kicks it out Battier. Chalmers, the floater. And pushes. James gets to the rim. Chalmers, as the trailer hits a three.
I mean, they just have no one guarding Chalmers, and that's a walk-in three-point shot. Easy play for Miami. Oklahoma City has got to get back to getting back and getting matched up and making Miami execute in the half court.
Miami. Chalmers tries again. A high arcing shot. He knocks it down. Turnaround. Bank shot. 7-point lead. Largest of the night for Miami. Now Durant back on James. Knocks down the jumper. LeBron James, 20 points, 12 assists, 9 rebounds. It's 79-75 Heat. This presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations. And he's tied the game at 90. We're midway through the fourth. James drives on Durant, falls down. Fisher picks it up. James slow to get up. It's a 5-on-3. Fisher to the basket. Oh, what a block from Wade. James down the other end now. Pulls up and banks it in. What a turnaround. Oklahoma City had numbers as James is now limping up the floor at the Heat bench after this sequence of events. Falling down, slipping on that play. Again, he gets up. Obviously not right. Comes down, he'll make a basket while he's limping. But you can see now how he's laboring going up the floor. Calls to come out. James with 5 to shoot. Tries a three. Bang! LeBron James from downtown. Comes back on the floor. He's obviously still limping and nails the three-pointer.
And we saw a similar shot against Boston in the crucial Game 7. Terrific extension and follow-through.
Oklahoma City went up by... Welcome to the 2012 NBA Finals. The American Airlines Arena in Miami, which tonight could be the site where a champion is crowned. LeBron James and the Heat, one win away from the title they so desperately crave. But this talented young Thunder team, they have other plans. Win one game tonight and watch the momentum change and a chance to go home to their raucous crowd. And for Oklahoma City, first time facing elimination in these playoffs, Durant throws it away to Chalmers. James on the break and the finish. Cephalosha remains on LeBron James, who gets inside, count it, and one. And that's 2 on Cephalosha.
gotcha. Catches the ball in the paint. Catch and
believe as he went back door. Harden the runner. Well short. James the rebound. We're midway through the first. James drives right at Ibaka. Count it and a foul.
No one picks up Bosh, so no one's up on the screen on the ball. James gets a running start and attacks the rim with ferocity and strength. The Miami Heat up 6 early.
Miller will try another three. Back-to-back threes. Hadn't hit one all series, and here in Game 5 comes off the bench and knocks down a couple. The Heat coaching staff, they love this kid Cole. And how tough he is. Puts up a three. Puts it in. Norris Cole does it again off the bench. And it's a 9-point Heat lead. Durant now is guarding LeBron James. Pass inside. Fisher trying to break it up. Bosh with a huge height advantage. Just overpowers. Harden back on James. Quick spin. Drive right at Perkins and banks it in.
And that's too easy. And Perkins has no chance to get outside and really have a chance to impact that shot. But the strength, did you see?
So strong going to the rim. James the drive. Inside the way. Battier for three. James the offensive rebound finds Bosh. Largest lead of the night. James kicks it out. Miller for three. Bang! Mike Miller 4 for 4 from downtown. And the Heat lead by 15. Durant stolen by Chalmers. Back to LeBron James. Lays it in. An avalanche from Miami.
3-point line and off the turnover. Good play by Mario Chalmers. And the finish by LeBron James.
He was under the basket further than he thought. It's 53-36. James is fouled. And he'll get to the line. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists already. He's 5 of 6 from the field. James again drives inside. Ibaka stays with him and he still puts it in.
Well, they switched that pick and roll. We're going to the basket. This is a man who wants to win a championship, Michael, and he's taking his team, putting it on the back. He's driving right at Ibaka right there and one. He comes right in. Oopsie doops on Ibaka again, and he takes it right to the basket. One more.
The first time Ibaka got a stop, that time he did a very nice job defending him.
Durant drives and got a little fancy with a dribble and turned it over. Chalmers, good pursuit, comes back the other way. James lowers the shoulder. Chalmers hits a three. Big turnaround right there. James drives, kicks it out. Battier for three. Again, another three-pointer for the Heat in the lead. Back to 11. Timeout, Oklahoma City. Battier hits another three. Miami lighting it up from downtown. 10 for 17. Bosh down the lane. That good. And a foul. Chris Bosh with a strong play in the lead back up to 11. Wade throws it to James down the lane. Layup, banks it in. Largest lead of the night.
And this was really not a great offensive possession. Wade goes up, finds James on the bailout, but the finish is so exquisite. To adjust, adapt, avoid, and then knock in a layup to put him up 19.
Timeout, Thunder. James with Durant on him. Bosh will try a three-pointer. That's good. Everything going down for Miami. A 22-point lead. Their 11th three-pointer of the game. Westbrook blocked by James.
As Bosh just finds himself wide open underneath the rim.
Miller, another three. 6 three-pointers from Mike Miller.
As James hits Wade on a beautiful cut and finish.
Wade flips it up. That won't go. Still battling for rebounds. James won't. Gets another one. Puts it up. Banks it in. And a foul. He gets his triple-double and a...
Well, after a couple shaky possessions, great effort by James. The initial shot missed, back up again, and then the strength to earn the three-point opportunity.
Chance for a three-point play. He's going to get a nice big contract somewhere. You'd expect it to be in Oklahoma City as James finishing it off. Well, this team has a chance to be a force for a long time. The foul called, and now Dwayne Wade and LeBron James will come out of the game to the roar of the crowd. A big smile certainly has to be emotional for LeBron James as Wade on the verge of his second championship. They're celebrating on the bench. So happy. It has been not your normal 2 years of development. Meanwhile, you talk about Howard. There's Bob McAdoo hugging LeBron James. What a difference a year makes. 2011 had such a bitter ending, making this celebration all that much sweeter. And there's the smile you look for. The Miami Heat are once again NBA champions. LeBron James captures that elusive title he so desperately coveted.
Your decision to come to Miami was not made without difficult choices, nor ramifications for the way those played. In light of everything you've been through in the last 2 years, what is this moment like for you?
It means everything. I made a difficult decision to leave Cleveland, but I understood what my future was about. And I understood that coming to Miami and being a part of this organization and being able to put together this team, I knew we had a bright future. And, this is a dream come true for me. I've been through a lot the last 2 years, but, this is definitely the way that it pays off.
Your approach in this finals is in stark contrast to the guy we saw in last year's finals. What put you in a place to get back to being LeBron James?
Losing in the finals last year put me back in place. It humbled me a lot. And I was able to go back to the basics. A lot of people had a lot to do with it, but at the end of the day, I just looked myself in the mirror and said, you need to be better, both on and off the floor. And I'm happy that I was able to put myself and our team in a position to win this.
Look in that mirror and smile, LeBron. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Mike.
Now back to present the 2012 Bill Russell NBA Finals Most Valuable Player Award. Once again, Commissioner Stern.
I am honored to be standing here with the greatest champion of them all, Bill Russell, after whom the MVP trophy is named. And LeBron James averaged 28.6 points, 10.2 rebounds, 7.4 assists, and is the unanimous choice for the MVP, the Bill Russell Most Valuable Player Trophy of the 2012 NBA Finals.
The chants say it all. LeBron James, MVP of the finals. Given everything you've been through, when the clock hit triple zeros, what's the first thing that ran through your mind?
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Going back to last year's finals, the way it ended, the way you struggled, the ton of criticism that came your way in so many different ways, what's the one thing that was said or written that bothered you the most?
That I was selfish. That's the only thing that bothered me. That, you know, a lot of people said I was a selfish person, a selfish basketball player, and you know, I strive on being a team player, you know, doing whatever it takes to help this team win. But at the same time, I use it as motivation. And you know, I'm happy that I was able to make enough plays to put ourselves in a position to win this championship.
You said that last year you were trying to prove something, and this year you realized you didn't have to do that. So how do you refocus your mind? How did you do that?
I just went back to the basics. You know, I knew what got me to this point, and that was hard work and dedication. And I never had to prove anything to anyone. You know, in my first 7 years, I just went out and let the game take care of itself. And last year, I tried to prove something to everybody. You know, and I played with a lot of hate, and that's not the way I play the game of basketball. I play it with a lot of love, with a lot of passion, and that's what I got back to this year.
We saw you on the broadcast, seconds left in the game. What was going on the bench in your show of just unbridled emotion?
Man, this right here is the happiest day of my life. It's the happiest day of my life. And I wouldn't want to spend it with nobody else in the world besides my teammates, these fans. Oh my God, you guys are unbelievable. And this is a dream come true.
LeBron James, the 7th player in NBA history to have multiple triple-doubles in the NBA Finals. Congratulations. Go enjoy it.